G'day everyone and welcome back to another Audiovisual Distributors Tech Insight. My name is Justin. Today we're going to touch base on another one of our amazing BYOM bundles here at AVD for the video conferencing world. Now, what do I mean by BYOM bundles? Well, essentially it's bring your own meeting bundles here at AVD. We have created a series of different SKUs within our price list, which basically are complete video conferencing solutions in the wireless category and the cable category to basically suit any AV space you may desire to put video conferencing in. So we've made it very easy for you. One single SKU, and under that SKU is a variety of products from a couple of our major brands here at AVD, one of those being Barco, ClearOne, and AVPro Edge. So they're very, very high level systems which will give you the best in audio and video reproduction for your video conferencing environments. So the one that we're going to talk about today is one of our higher level systems, and the model number of this particular unit is called the Byom Hlc20. Now the BYM stands for Bring Your Own Meeting. You can walk in with your own laptop, your own device of choice, plug in a Barco ClickShare Conference Series button to your PC, and then you'll be wirelessly connected to a full commercial VC conferencing solution from Barco and ClearOne. And yes, some AVPro Edge involved in there as well in relation to the HDMI cabling. So overall, it's a very unique system which gives you supreme flexibility and the simplest of operation. So let's touch base on what is involved in the Byom Hlc20 solution. On the Barco side of things, the 20 stands for the Barco ClickShare CX-20. That's this solution right here. If we had a 30 on that model number or a 50 in relation to this SKU, what you will find is that will come with a Barco ClickShare CX-30 or 50. It's pretty self-explanatory. Now, the ClickShare's base unit is a very integral part of this whole entire solution because all of our peripherals connect to this base unit via USB. Then we have a HDMI output which will go to the display. Now, that is really nice because once that is all connected, you'll get a Barco ClickShare button that looks just like this guy. You'll plug it straight into your laptop of choice, hence why the BYOM, you're bringing your own meeting within your laptop. Several seconds later, you are now connected through ClickShare to all of the peripherals in that AV space. That's microphones, speakers, cameras, the works, and even the wireless presentation system, obviously. Once this is done, you'll then open up that UC client of your choice, and that can be Teams, Zoom, WebEx, whatever it is you desire, and your video conference is underway with a very high quality video conferencing solution. Now, in addition to the Barco ClickShare Conference Series, well, we need the microphones, the DSP, and the cameras and everything that go with that. And all of that is actually done by ClearOne. That's what you're seeing here in front of you. Now, ClearOne are world leaders in beamforming microphone arrays, but they just don't stop there. They also deal with cameras, they deal with DSPs, they deal with microphone systems, they have the works. So we really have something that can suit any AV space, no matter what it is you choose to do. Now, this microphone you're seeing here is what we call the BMA-CTH, which is the Beamforming Microphone Array Ceiling Tile. Pretty self-explanatory within the abbreviation. Now, this ceiling tile is a little bit unique because it's not like your traditional ceiling tiles that you may commonly know. ClearOne have produced this beamforming microphone array with a difference. Now, this tile is, yes, it's 600 by 600, designed to drop into your ceiling tile type ceiling systems, which is very straightforward. It's pretty common in most of the office spaces around the country. Now, but if you had a gyprock ceiling and you might want to recess it or surface mount it, we have all those additional accessories here available at Audiovisual Distributors also. So just let us know what you need along those lines. This tile has 24 microphones built in. So it's well and truly going to map an AV space to pick up any spoken word in that environment. Now, the best thing about having a ceiling tile is there is nothing on the table. The table is clean and clear, designed for what you need it for. Documentation, laptops, whatever it is you choose to do on the table. You don't want it filled and cluttered with microphones and cameras and things, right? So this is why we look at the BMA-CTH as well. It's very flexible in the AV space. You can move the AV space around and the microphone will still pick you up. Even if you're walking around the table, it will know where you are. And that's obviously due to those 24 mics, and we can set the DSP that's internal into this to deal with different room arrangements. So if it's a lower ceiling, we can set this ceiling tile with the internal DSP to a 5-beam arrangement or maybe even a 6-beam arrangement depending on the height. Now, ClearOne have taken it a step further. They have also included on board this particular ceiling tile is a built-in amplifier, as it runs 2 8-ohm speakers on board. Now this simplifies the whole installation process, right? So the infrastructure you need to run from point A to point B to make all this work is extremely minimal, because the ceiling tile, having obviously the 24 mics on board, the DSP built in to give us those really intricate details in mapping up the room, as well as amplification, well, it's all done from here, which is really, really nice. Now, how this connects to the rest of the system, well, we'll go through a bit of a wiring diagram in a moment, but you'll probably work it all out when we go through all these items anyway. But from the ceiling tile, it likes to connect to another device in this particular kit, and that is called the Converge Huddle DSP. Now this is an additional DSP to the system, to the DSP that's in the tile. Now the reason why we use this is that this Converge Huddle DSP brings in a few other features for us to enhance that AV space. Now let's have a look at the back of it quickly first and foremost. So what we have on the back here, we have an expander port here, which looks like an Ethernet port. It's got an expander on there. This one here is an Ethernet with PoE. And that's meaning that a PoE injector plugs into here, and that powers this particular DSP. You'll see on the back here we also have 2 amplified outputs, which is another 2 of those 8-ohm outputs like the ceiling tile. So if we needed a couple of extra speakers in an AV space to enhance that room, well, we can run 4 speakers off of this combination. Really, really simple. We also have a line out on this DSP, which if you may have an existing audio infrastructure you might want to bring into the equation as well, we can take line outs to that or to something else. It's entirely up to you. Then we have 3 mic line inputs. Now what is also I need to tell you about those is the mic line inputs on this DSP also have AEC on them as well, so acoustic echo cancellation. So if you needed to add in lapels or handheld mics or anything else to be involved within that VC conference room, you can quite easily do so. But you can plug them in here and use them for audio reinforcement as well if you wanted to, if you just want to use the room as a training room and not on the VC side. It's very, very flexible in what we can do with this DSP. We also have a line input, so if you want to run audio from your television in the AV space, might be from Melbourne Cup to run through the existing system, go for it, more than welcome. And then we also have a jack input here as well for an additional audio input. So these attributes here really work hand in hand with the ceiling tile, because this expander port here connects to what we call the P-Link input on this particular ceiling tile. So the expander port is designed to bring in P-Link devices under the ClearOne stable. Now, because we use this P-Link, one, they are connected. All of the DSP processing power from here is also available here on this DSP. So when we connect to this DSP with the free console AI software from ClearOne, we can configure the whole entire solution from this and the tile by simply connecting to this DSP, and that can be done by the USB on the front here. Very powerful, really, when you think about it. Now, on the front of this particular DSP, you will notice that we have a USB-B port, and USB-A port, we have an Ethernet port, HDMI. Now, in the equation that we have here with Barco ClickShare Conference, because we would like to do this the nicest way, and that is wireless, with our video conferencing by using ClickShare and the ClickShare button on your laptop, this USB-B port plugs into the USB-A port here on ClickShare. All right, so now all of the audio infrastructure and microphones and everything are dealt with between ClickShare and this DSP. Really quite a simple installation. Now, let's say we didn't have ClickShare though in the equation. Let's move him out of the way, and you might want USB to the table or a dedicated room system, a room PC system that you might have, like a Zoom room or something like that. Well, you can plug this USB to that dedicated room PC and utilize the DSP and cameras and everything else in the system, but in a little bit of a different way. So we have Ethernet port here. Now what that does is we can take that from your network, plug that into this DSP. So over the USB here directly to your PC, you've got network capabilities for one thing, but then what we can also do by having display link on that PC or your laptop of choice when connecting via USB, we can take your video output here from your PC directly to your display. It's a really nice attribute to have, because if you didn't want ClickShare in the equation, you could quite simply do that via USB. Now the USB 3 port on the front of this here and the A port, that there is designed for us to plug a camera into the solution if you weren't using ClickShare. So it's very, very flexible. But under this particular kit, the Byom Hlc20, we like to do things wirelessly. So we essentially use this USB-B port directly into Barco ClickShare, and we do it all over this. Nice and simple. So the Huddle DSP is quite the powerhouse. And it's an incredible solution to have together with this because we've got all those additional attributes we can use in the AV space. Now, we're talking about speakers here a moment ago too. So the ClearOne stable also have their own speakers. Now, those speakers are called LS6CTs. They're a ceiling speaker. They have a back can on them. They do have a tap on them as well. So if you're dealing with 100 volt, 70 volt variety of taps, you can use them for that. If you just need that individually, you're more than welcome to do that. In this case, we'll use them under 8 ohms, and we can connect 2 of those speakers which come in the kit to the ceiling tile or to the DSP. It's entirely up to you where you choose to do that, but if you need a little bit more grunt on the speaker side, you can always add in an additional pair of speakers to the system, because as you know, the Huddle and the ceiling tile can deal with 4 of those. Now, in the kit, it also comes with additional Poe Injector. The reason for that is that if we're putting speakers on the ceiling tile, we would actually run that Poe Injector to the tile to power it to get the amplification humming along to basically deal with those speakers. Now, so in the infrastructure aspect, let's have a look at the cabling diagram here really quickly. It's a very simple installation when you think about it. You put the ceiling tile in the ceiling and the speakers connect directly to the ceiling tile, as you can see in this diagram. Then we have a category cable coming from the Poe Injector, which will probably be located where the Huddle DSP is, into the tile to power it for those speakers. And then we have from the expander output of the DSP into the tile, into the P-Link input on the tile as well. And that's giving us the relationship between those 2 devices and to deal with obviously all the echo cancellation, amplification, noise reduction, and all the good stuff you need in the room. So you can see by this is very, very simple. And then we have the USB output of this DSP going into ClickShare, and that is how we integrate the ClickShare side of things into this equation. Then we have the HDMI obviously out of this, and that's done by Bullet Train, which is from AVPro Edge, which we also include a 2-meter HDMI cable in this package as well. And then we have the camera side of things. Now, the camera that we have in this solution, so let's just move this particular diagram out of the way. You can quite simply see how this all works. The USB from the camera connects to the ClickShare also. So let's move that out of the way and talk about now the camera. Now, the camera that we have here in the package is the Unite 150. It's a PTZ camera. It's a USB 3 camera. You do have UVC control over USB if you choose to use that. It also has RS-232 on this as well. Now, this is a 12 times optical zoom camera, and it's about a 72-degree wide angle from memory. And what this can actually do for you is, because the 12 times optics, it can really zoom into a subject in the AV space if you want to bring the camera closer to you to frame yourself, or open it up, and being PTZ, it can move around up and down, left and right. Now, these run proper stepper motors in them. These are a very professional grade camera, and the optic quality, because we're dealing with optics, the video quality of these are phenomenal. Now, they're a 1920 by 1080 product as well, perform exceptionally well. And that plugs into the Barco ClickShare into the USB-C port on here, and then we're off and running. So the DSP is connected to the USB-A, the camera is connected to the USB-C port, like the diagram we showed you earlier, and the HDMI to the display. It's that simple. And that wiring diagram that I showed you before is also in our AVD Byom bundle booklet. We'll touch base, I'll show you what that looks like in a second. So, in a nutshell, that is the whole entire system. Now, the camera does come with a wall mount bracket included in the package. So there's a lot of gear in there. You know, you've got your ceiling tile, you've got the Huddle DSP, you've got the Barco ClickShare CX-20, you've got the Unite 150 camera, you've got a pair of speakers, which are the LS6CTs, and a wall mount and a HDMI cable, all included under that one SKU. So it really made it very simple for you to order the products and get the right gear for the right job. So I guess to finalize what we're talking about here today, we were talking everything about the AVD Byom bundle solutions. Now, just to reiterate what we had a chat about in the model we spoke about today, which was the Byom Hlc20, which comes with the Barco ClickShare CX-20. And as I mentioned, if it's got a 30 or 50, it comes with the CX-30 or 50 unit inclusive in that bundle. Now, more information on our bundles, definitely check out our website. The details are below. What you will see if you go to AVD Byom bundles on our website is this brochure right here. Now, the AVD Byom brochure goes through all of our bundle solutions that we hear at Audiovisual Distributors. And that's from the most entry-level systems that you may use for your home office, or the small huddle space in a meeting space, or even then we go all the way through to your medium to large meeting spaces and boardrooms We can even accommodate you in a very large conference center. So under that BYM brochure, you will see everything you need to know, including the SKU like the Byom Hlc20 for the higher level ceiling mount system, or the most entry level. All the wiring diagrams, like I showed you as well in this video, are all included in this brochure. So you'll know how to connect them together as well. We've really taken the guesswork out of it all. One SKU to order the whole entire complete system, even the wiring diagrams, how to do it, and all the details there to contact us. But in relation to those details to contact us, obviously the website where you're looking at this brochure from, where you can download it, please do it. You'll enjoy it. You'll know everything you need to know about it, and the details are below about that. You can also get extra specs and details about Barco and ClearOne from this location as well. If you want to have a chat to our sales team, details are below at sales@AV Distributors. Reach out to us, drop us an email, give us a call. If you need to know more information about the products we've had a chat about today, or any other videos we've done here at AVD, if you're now our BDMs in person, give them a call as well, because they would love to have a chat and talk to you about the products and pricing. If you want a demo of all these products, let us know that also. We have all of these systems pretty much operational here at AVD, so we can actually give you a call over your favorite VC solution and show you how they all work, so you can see and hear it for yourself. So that's a pretty good recommendation, so let us know if you'd like to do that. I guess from this point I'm going to sign off. Thank you so much for spending the time and listening to me here at our Audiovisual Distributors Tech Insight about the BYM bundle, the Byom Hlc20. I hope it's been informative for you. You learnt a bit about it, and you may want to reach out to us and have a chat about it. Like and subscribe our channel if you haven't already done so, and select that notification bell for when we release new videos. And we have a bunch of videos that you probably haven't seen, so definitely go through those. Thanks again for taking the time. I look forward to seeing you at our next AVD Tech Insight. Take care.